I started it.
So. What are we talking about then?
Are we going to play a game?
Yeah, sure.
I like this game though, it's a good game.
Am I doing it?
Well, yeah, because if I do, then I might as well just be making a fucking video on my own again, and I think we've had enough of that for 1 week.
So I close
Maybe.
my eyes.
Close your eyes and put your hand in and fish out a good one. Because some of them are a bit pretty
Right.
boring. You have to put out the night ones.
I have unstable relationships.
This could be awkward.
I can become so focused on my own anxieties and problems, I forget the needs of my partner.
We should probably talk about this a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that... don't know if I call it unstable. Maybe
No, our
relatively.
relationship is not unstable. I'm perhaps unstable.
I mean, I generally have kind of... I don't know, they feel like unstable relationships because of my anxieties and kind of the problems I feel I have, but I don't know,
You're not particularly unstable, are you, though? Generally.
not externally anyway.
You're just fucking moody.
Yeah, incredibly moody.
I do become so focused on my own anxieties and problems that I forget the needs of my partner, though. Frequently. Very sorry about that.
That's alright,
Pisses me off.
it's fine.
I don't quite know what
Means
to
I
say
can-
about it, though, you know.
It means I've got time to dwell on my own anxieties and issues, so
I get even more pissed off with you.
yeah, I know. It's fun.
You can't be anxious and depressed because I am anxious and depressed right now. Like, yeah.
I'm probably going, do you not think?
I don't have time for your shit
No.
because I have my own shit.
Yeah, but sometimes
That's kinda mean.
that's my shit anyway, so
Yeah.
technically, in the process of dealing with your shit, because you've taken on my shit, you're actually dealing with my problems, so thanks.
Maybe that's where my anxiety is coming from.
From me, yeah, from my anxiety.
This is what confuses me a lot with relationships, I think, with everybody, is that I can not tell always where I end and they begin.
Yeah.
So yeah, like with the conversation we had last night, that was interesting.
Mm.
So empathy's fucking shit. Really, I don't know why it's so highly rated
Well,
by everybody.
what was
My
it?
experiences of it are quite painful.
It's the double-ended dildo.
Oh, is
where,
that?
you know, either way you
To
get
quote
fucked.
Dante, yeah, I should have written that down really.
Whether you're enjoying it or it's a taint-tearing
Ow.
episode.
Something's stabbing me.
It is a double-edged sword, though, empathy, because, you know, you can... What was that?
There were no flies till you got here.
It's because you treat me so rotten.
That's probably it, to be fair.
But yeah, you know, empathy.
Yeah.
Empathy's difficult because you know
Empathy
it
is
can allow
highly
you.
overrated, I
It
think.
can allow you to feel other people's feelings, but that's not always a good thing. If
No.
if they're not processing.
Well,
them
I have enough
appropriately.
feelings of my own. Why would I want yours? That, like, really?
Like, because you don't need them, you don't want them. It's just I can't really contain them within my body.
Cool.
Yeah, so they just end up seeping out and making a mess.
I did actually say this to Emma yesterday. I said, like, if we're hanging out a lot and you're having issues, like, I will basically absorb all of your pain so you don't have to anymore. And then it sucks to be me. You might be feeling great about it, but, you know...
I'm usually not,
feeling
though.
too good. No, you...
I usually then feel worse because I've made you feel bad. I've made you feel my badness.
I don't very often... It takes me ages to figure it out sometimes.
Mm.
I don't trust my instincts a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Because I've spent most of my life being told that I'm wrong and crazy and don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not very often wrong, though. Never wrong. I know everything.
I thought I was wrong once, but I found out I was mistaken.
You sound like your dad. You learned that from your dad, didn't you?
I think he's got a poster in his room that actually says that on it.
Should we do another one? That was a little bit...
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want it? You pick it out. And I'll talk about myself again.
Right. Well, it is your
generally
channel,
do.
so
Channel.
people see my thoughts and views of reality as bizarre. I have unusual experiences with reality. That definitely applies to you. And I usually just go
I
on for a
don't
ride.
see other people think my views are bizarre and unusual.
But that's it, though, is that they may, but how do you know?
Doesn't mean they're wrong.
Doesn't mean you're
Some of the greatest. No, that's what I mean. It doesn't
Oh,
mean
right.
my thoughts and views
Yeah.
are wrong. Like, no, fuck that. I was actually explaining that to someone yesterday at college
Yeah.
in my hypomanic. yeah. Because it was like, reality is whatever you perceive it to be. I don't get how
literally.
you can tell someone else that they're wrong, that they see something that way, when that's how they see it.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
It's all subjective.
Neurotypical people make no fucking sense at all. Like I have unusual experiences with reality. It's quite often very different from
Yeah.
other people's.
Like shadow people.
My thoughts and shadow people are... They're fucking terrifying. They're fucking terrifying. I wouldn't be without them though.
No, I'm not
Like,
saying it's a bad thing.
I
It's
don't
just
know, like,
an unusual
there's-
experience with reality.
There's lots of... There's succubus. The succubus was nasty.
Yeah.
I don't really want to experience that again. Although I'm terrible with shit like that because it will make me feel really horrible and I'll be really scared. But then I'll come out of it and I'll be like, whoa, that was weird. I kind of want to do it again. I don't feel like I embraced the moment enough.
Yeah, well, once you've done it, that's the thing though. Once you've done it once, you kind of deal with it, and you're like, "That was interesting. I want to do it again," and it will never happen again.
Yeah, no,
Because your brain's dealt
not-
with it.
That's definitely doesn't apply to me. No, I don't experience those things very often. And like when I've come out of it, I'll be like, wow, I hope that doesn't happen again. And then my brain will be like, that's it. Yeah, no. Sam was a new one. Like seeing Sam, that was a new one. I don't usually see things that I can actually connect to something inside my head. They're usually very external.
Alien,
I've seen a UFO before.
not aliens, but like alien to you. Where Sam
Yeah.
was,
So he's a part of me.
there was a connection.
Like, I know him. He's
Yeah.
alright. Like, I wasn't actually scared by him. I thought he was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to spend some more time with him. I did. I should probably check the timetable. Check the timetable. Like, usually when one goes past, I'm like, right, I've got at least like 10 minutes. I miss the Harry Potter joke. Harry Potter. The words that look like they've got fucking... They definitely do. I don't think it's definitely. I forget. Dementors. That's appropriate.
There's just going to be no
Anyway.
audio on the train going past. Dementors here.
So many trains. At least they won't hear me scratching my head because I will be sorry. It's really loud. I'm not that scared. It's real. What time is it? What fucking time is it? I've got like I videoed so much today that like it says like half like a little bit. My
So
phone
yeah.
hates me.
Anyway, what were we talking
So
about?
yeah, my thoughts and views of reality. Yeah, people do see things as bizarre. I was talking about college. There was something I said about college. Yeah, like I don't believe like hallucinations and me. I think I said that in the other video. To be fair, with the paranoia one, but like I don't think that hallucinations are me seeing things that aren't there. Some people, other people that experience them might like to view it that way. I don't. I think that I see things that other people don't see.
Yeah.
I hear things other people don't hear, and I feel things other people don't feel. I'm kind of like a dog. If you put a dog in a haunted house, that's kind of like that.
Well-
That would be me.
It's kind of like, you know, that with that kind of thing, I always feel that people who have hallucinations are more sensitive, you know, to kind of external
universal
stimulus.
vibrations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, they're, you know, that if it's a visual hallucination, they're more sensitive to visual stimulus, and if it's auditory, to audio stimulus, and the filters that we apply to the things that we pick up are kind of gone or have degraded over time, which means that the normal way of thinking and seeing things is actually the false way, because you've added something to it. So people who hallucinate aren't seeing things that aren't there, they're seeing things that are there, they just might not know how to translate it. Where people who don't see those things, they're actually technically lying to themselves.
I think everybody's lying to themselves if they think they're normal, quite frankly. I kind of lost myself halfway through what you were saying. I was just sitting here thinking, okay, pick up on it. Where is this going? I've forgotten. Should we pick another one out? Because I've totally lost my train of thought. No, I can't help it. No,
Which ones are which?
The blue ones are from
This.
narcissistic personality disorder.
This feels more applicable to me. I have difficulty setting goals for myself, and how I set them really depends on the praise I receive from others. I tend to set goals unrealistically high in order to see myself as exceptional. Yeah, that setting goals for myself. I do it a lot, but then they are far too high. You know, they are unrealistic.
Yeah,
high,
like
because
you...
I want to be different and exceptional and a special little snowflake. And if someone's done something before, I don't see the point of doing it unless I can do something novel with it.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way, but then I'm still sat here making videos on YouTube about borderline personality disorder, so, you know, it's hardly original. I don't know, like, people might view my goals as unrealistic, you know, but I don't feel that becoming the next Charles Xavier and having a school for gifted children is actually unrealistic. Like, I, you know, quite frankly, am a superhero.
Yeah.
And have many abilities that normal people don't have, and it's just a matter of more human than human. I think is generally my way of viewing it. It's not in order to see myself as exceptional. I believe I am already exceptional. I don't know if this really counts. Like, I have difficulty setting goals for myself, and how I set them really depends on the praise I receive from others is definitely true of me. Like, because if I'm doing something and no one is telling me how well I'm doing it, then I get bored and I give up.
Yeah.
So what's the point in doing anything if you're not going to get congratulated for it? Really?
It always feels like I'll do something where I've not really put that much effort into it, but I put a bit of effort into it, and people will give me praise for it. So that'll kind of buoy me up for the next thing. And I'll get maybe a little bit more praise for it, and I'll be like, right, I'm going to do this super mega thing, and it's going to be awesome, and it's going to cover all of these bases, and it's this great thesis that brings all these separate things together. And then I do it,
and then a train comes along and ruins it all.
Exactly like that. That was building up to something, and then the train's like, no. You know, I'll do this fantastic thing, buoyed by the success of these things I haven't really tried to do. Put all this effort in, and no one will read it. No one will comment on it, or no one will interact with it, or me about it in any way, shape or form. And it's like, oh, so when I do put the effort in, no one's paying me any fucking attention. I am exceptional. You just don't fucking realise it, and then 2 days later it's like, oh, I'm useless, and I should just give up on everything ever, because I'm just going to fail at it.
I tend to escalate. If no one's paying me attention for it, like, it go one way or another. Either I'll get borderline over it and I'll be like, everybody hates me and I'm just a worthless person. Or it'll go the other way and it'll be like, no, you fools. Clearly, I have not grabbed your attention. I'm going to go and do something, like, really fucking ridiculous. Yeah. Like, I do, like, I wonder, because like, I grew up with everyone telling me that I was an amazing artist, and it used to really piss me off. Because it was kind of like I could draw a stick man, I felt, and everyone would think it was some fucking artistic genius at work. And I got really pissed off with it. And I do quite often wonder, like, if I'd received praise for some different thing that I was good at. You know, writing. Like, if I'd received a lot of praise for my writing, if I'd actually have grown up to be, like, this great author, which blatantly I have anyway. Well, but I might have got there a bit sooner.
I think that it would have been exactly the same, but instead of art, it would have been writing. Because I've had that to a certain extent. It's like, oh, your creative writing's really good, you write really well, and like your spelling and grammar and blah 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 blah. So it's sort of like, oh, writing something that I'm good at, so I'll concentrate on that. And then it's ended up being this big pressure to like consistently and constantly write things that everyone likes all the time.
Yeah.
It's like I said to you the other night, where it's like it often feels like I've been given this huge canvas and all these paints, and someone's like, make this great piece of art, and they're all telling me that I'm a consistently good artist, but I don't ever remember painting anything ever, you know, or anything that was good that wasn't more just like a dog, you know what I mean? Someone's like, oh, this is such a postmodern blah blah blah.
Wasn't
about
that my
you know,
brilliant analogy that I came up with last night?
it's a shared analogy, I think. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
you elaborated on it or honed it a little bit from your perspective, because I was talking about you when I said anyway. So I generally get the rough idea, but then you have to come in and say, well, no, actually, like it's like that, but then this.
Yeah. Well, if you're
And
talking about me,
sometimes-
then I
yeah.
figure that.
Yeah, I have learned that when we're talking about you, I should not tell you that you're wrong. I don't like when people do it to me, but I'm quite happy to do it to everyone else.
It was like the knife hammer analogy and the wound analogy, and I was like, I get what you're saying, but it's not like that. It's like how I said it was, and you were like, yeah, but it's kind of like this. I was like, yeah, but it's not.
I get distracted by wound analogies though, because
Yeah.
I like them a lot. Should we pick another one out? One more, and then my head hurts. I need to sleep. I really need to sleep. What's that?
I switch between idolising and devaluing the people in my life. My relationships are often unstable and intense.
Yeah. How's that for you? Like, I know that I do this to you.
Yeah, I know.
How is it on the other side?
That
must be pretty fucking horrible.
Like before I
You're
realised,
the most amazing person I've ever known. Oh my god, you're such a piece of shit.
if I'm not aware of what's going on, then I will take it personally and really seriously, and it does kind of feed into the more anxiety-prone and kind of self-depreciating aspects of whatever my brain's deciding to do. If eventually, or if I'm aware from the start, I'm like, okay, I think there's a switch happening here, so I should probably act as little like an arsehole as possible to make the transition back a little bit easier, or so as this runs its course, it kind of runs out of steam rather than me shoving coal into it, going, yeah, I am a bastard, what of it?
Oh, that's the way that I go with things generally. I'm fucking terrible for that. Because I will very much respond to how people treat me. So if people are treating me like I'm brilliant, I'll be brilliant. If I feel like they're treating me like shit, then I'll act shit.
Yeah, I mean,
I will be whatever people make me, basically.
I'll kind of
So-
patheticize myself. I'll make myself pathetic to a certain extent. Where if I feel like I'm being devalued or I have no value, then I'll just kind of accept it as the burden of my life is that I'm not worth anything, you know. And
You're
that
so
usually
fucking
becomes
emo.
annoying. And then it's like, well, I'm not being annoying. I'm not doing irritating things. I'm just feeling sorry for myself. And
That's
they're like,
irritating.
oh, wait. Oh, okay. I think I know what's going on here. And then I'll kind of just become not neutral or passive, but I'll curtail the kind of more moody reactionary aspect of it.
I do wonder sometimes if as well as being able to empathise with people to such an extent that I absorb all their emotions, I wonder if I'm actually able to imprint mine onto other people with it.
There's a lot of traits you have that I've picked up since we've known each other. That's a heron.
Contagious.
Yeah, but I'm kind of like that anyway with people. And if there's a strong personality there, then I will sponge it up.
Yeah, I don't think because I know that. I was thinking about it the other day, and I know that I will absorb loads of personality traits from other people, and even their views on things and their way of doing things and their way of thinking. But if it really, really goes against what I believe in, then I won't act on it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I can
Entertain the idea, but not.
Yeah, I like entertaining ideas. It's
Yeah.
one of my favourite hobbies. I like slipping on other people's skin.
Yeah.
It's like trying to view the world from someone else's perspective.
Yeah.
is really interesting to me.
I think
I'm
that
generally pretty good at it as
Yeah,
well, I think.
I think the best way
It's not
to
always
kind of
comfortable.
remove yourself from kind of a really subjective viewpoint is to take on as many subjective viewpoints as you can. and you'll start to approach a more objective viewpoint.
You do it in a very pragmatic way, though. You're
have to.
you're very good at doing it in a level-headed manner. I tend to go all out and then break myself a little bit,
Well,
and then have to take some time to recover.
I think,
I get greedy, I think.
yeah, it's easy to do though. It's easy to kind of chew as much of it up as you can.
Especially if it's someone you like. It's like, because I've had friends that like I've really, really liked, so I thought they're really cool, and I really like who I am around them, and like I'll soak it all up and get really into it, and then all of a sudden it will get muddled up with who I actually am, and then it gets really confusing, and then I go really, really like full on borderline at people, and have to take myself off for 3 weeks and not talk to anyone until I've calmed down. Yeah, it's fun.
I suppose it's like,
It's a heron.
yeah,
He's watching us.
it's kind of like you're trying to do two jigsaws at once, and then you'll kind of just put all of the pieces into one box, and then you're trying to do it again. Like, what the hell? Where's this bit coming from? Why is there a Death Star in this? You know.
I like
Cat
the
jigsaw.
I like the jigsaw like analogy. Like I kind of feel like that's what I'm doing. Is like I've got all the different personalities and all the different aspects of my personality. Like I've got all these little bits of my brain, and I've got little bits of the jigsaw puzzle kind of together in clouds.
Yeah.
You know, but no one's given me the lid.
Yeah.
I can't see what the fuck it's supposed to look like.
Working blind.
And like, so yeah, and I'm just trying to piece bits together. And when I was in class yesterday, my tutor started using a jigsaw puzzle analogy, and I had to so hard. It was so hard. I'm like this at my desk,
Jigsaw!
trying so hard not to talk, and I'm ticking all over the place because I'm keeping it in so much. And she starts on with a jigsaw analogy, and like every fibre of my being was screaming. But yeah, yeah. I like jigsaw, but that's poor my dad's father.
Yeah.
Like when he died, there was about 100 of them stacked up in his loft, and another 100 in the workshop.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of jigsaw. Like when I get old, if I make it to old age, I'm gonna be sorted.
Jigsaws for life.
Jigsaws for life. My head hurts. My head really hurts. Yeah. I need to sleep. I need to sleep. Turn it on.